Thank you so much. And just for our viewers, Ambassador Djerejian is a director of the Baker Institute at Rice University, joining us live from Houston. There's a little bit of a delay, so that's why you're seeing sort of a pause between our conversation. But Ambassador, you just saw these live pictures. Ben Wiedemann was able to get a live connection. He hadn't been able to do that for a number of hours because a lot of the social media and the satellites had been shut down by the government. And he was saying for the first time we were seeing live pictures of the military coming in. You know, there's a tremendous concern here about what could happen looking forward. We're seeing tens of thousands of protesters coming out. We're seeing that it's getting more violent. And they're saying they want Hosni Mubarak to go after 30 years of presidency. They said they're tired of the poverty, the unemployment, the rising food prices there in that country. If indeed he does fall, what happens next? There's tremendous concern that if it becomes an Islamic state, that you will have that power joining in with al-Qaeda, and that democracy will not rule.
Well, Kira, if indeed the military has been called in to suppress the demonstrations, that's a very dangerous sign, because it shows that the regime has definitely drawn the conclusion that the situation is indeed getting out of control, and that it is bringing in the pillar of the regime. Remember that Hosni Mubarak comes from the military. His predecessor, Anwar Sadat, came from the military. Gamal Abdel Nasser came from the military since the coup in the 1950s. The military is really a strong pillar of the Egyptian regime. What is disturbing here is that in all these demonstrations that you've been covering, we have not heard anything from the Egyptian government. We have not heard any statement of intent in terms of hearing the concerns of the people for political, economic, and social reforms. We have not heard any statement about the upcoming elections this year, the presidential elections. In other words, the demonstrations are going on, and there's no response from the government that I'm listening, I'm hearing you, let us have a let us get into a national discussion, and let us see what can be done for political transition that responds to the needs of the people and to what the government wants to do. But there's none of that. It's all being relegated to suppressing the demonstrations, and from what you're reporting, also the internet and social media coverage.
Ambassador, please stay with me. We got to take a quick break, but our coverage continues of the chaos that's unfolding there in Egypt. We'll be right back.